Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about one of my favorite things ever, travel. I have caught the travel bug. Yeah. So one of the most recent trips that I've been on is my trip to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico with my mom and my sister. This was kind of like our first girls trip ever since our trip to Disneyland a few years earlier. So this was a really exciting trip for all of us because it was just kind of like a week to just hang out with my mom and sister, and it was just really fun. So once we got on the plane, we had such an early flight. It was insane. So it was just a lot of fun to go on the plane with my mom and my sister. So once we got to Puerto Vallarta, we just spent the first few days lounging on the beach, kind of just hanging out. We didn't know how rough the water was going to be, but it was actually really fun. The water is not meant for leisurely swimming, but the waves were just insane. It was like psh, psh, at our resort. Just like that, yeah. But yeah, they were tons of fun. We just went in the waves and we pushed you over. And for some reason, I found that so much fun. So my sister, my mom, and I would just hang out in the waves. One day though, a giant wave came and it pushed my mom and my mom and I over, and we got dragged into, because it's not like sand in the water right by our resort, it was kind of like rocks, and we got pushed in and it pulled us back, and then the next wave came and pushed us up and back, and it was like sandpaper. It hurt so bad. I was so ripped up. I had little scars all over my body and I was bleeding everywhere, but it was kind of really funny, but at the time not at all. Because my skin is so sensitive though, I had to spend a lot of time in the hotel room. I burn so easy. Pretty much every vacation I put on 50 SPF 50 at the lowest, and I still somehow burn. I reapply sunscreen every hour on the hour, and if I go swimming, I apply it as soon as I'm out of the water, and then half an hour after that. I burn like crazy. I don't even know, I can be outside for 15 minutes and have a serious burn. So I had to spend between 11 o'clock in the morning and 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that time in the hotel room, which kind of sucked because it was so gorgeous outside, but I knew I would burn, which is not fun. So my mom and my sister, because they don't burn that easy, they gotta go hang out on the beach, and I would just kind of sit on the balcony where it was shaded and read my book. So we decided on one of the days that we would go and try to find a store or something that we could just get some little snacks for the hotel room. And we ended up finding a Walmart, and wow, it was different than anything back home. We got these really cool, they were lemon chips. Sound terrible? Oh my god, why do they not sell them here? They tasted so good. And then we also got this mango sucker thing. Not good. Hit and miss, I guess. Hit and miss. So we just spent a lot of time going to the different buffets and restaurants each night, which was kind of cool because I liked how our resort, they had a whole bunch of different restaurants. So they had a Japanese restaurant, they had a French restaurant, and they had an Italian restaurant for the fancier restaurants. And then they also had a buffet which served a wide variety of food for each meal, as well as they had a burger and ice cream bar right by the beach. And they had bars situated, I think they had 10 bars or something throughout the resort. So it was just a really relaxing, I love all-inclusive because you just are so relaxed. I find that a lot of other vacations, when you have to pay extra for things and you have to plan out where are we going to eat, stuff like that, it's just a little bit more stressful. So just having it all on the resort, definitely a good thing for me, because I am so stressed in my everyday life. It's nice to just kind of get away and let someone else deal with all that kind of stuff. Yeah. One of my favorite things that we did was walks on the beach late at night, and my sister and I took a couple photos. Just hanging out on the beach and just having some fun, running in the water. It was a little bit chilly though, so I toured a sweater, but it was totally worth it. It was so much fun. Okay, and one of the best things about a resort is they had these corny shows every night at one of the clubs right across the street, and they were so funny. They would be the dancers and entertainers that also worked on the resort, and then at night they would get these alter egos kind of thing for these different shows. And there was some really funny one, there was this magic one, and there was a whole dance one, and they were just so funny because you could tell they were trying so hard, but yet they were so corny, and you would just laugh because they were so poorly done, but yet we went to one every single night. I don't know why, but it was so funny. Yeah. On one of the days, we went on a walking tour throughout Puerto Vallarta and just got to explore the city and all the old buildings and churches and stuff like that. And then in the afternoon, I think this is my favorite part of the entire trip. Don't judge me. We went to a tequila farm, which was a ton of fun. We got to try a whole bunch of tequila, and then we had a whole Mexican homemade lunch, and then they had like little performers there, and it was just a really great afternoon. We got to meet actually like most of the people on that little like walking trip ended up being from Canada, which was kind of insane because you think you go all the way across North America and you end up being with people that end up living only like an hour away from you. So that was really cool. For the trip that we went on to the farm, we went on like these, it was kind of like these really big, I don't even know how to describe them. It's like a truck, and then in the back there was like 2 rows of seats and you all sat back there, and we went like off-roading, and which one of my favorite things to do anyways here, but it was so much fun to do it there because like you just like brace yourself and you're like shaking around, and it was crazy. And yeah, and then we went through a hike through the forest, and it was just a really, really great day, and we got to see like the old cemeteries, and yeah, it was just a really, really fun day. Definitely recommend that trip. If you go to Puerto Vallarta and you sit in the back of this, like, if you can handle like the whole like I'm in the back of a truck, it's a lot more fun than I'm making it sound actually though. It was probably, other than the tequila farm, one of my favorite things. And then we saw these like really cool sand things that people made, and I don't know how people make things like this like sand. I have a hard enough time filling up a bucket with sand and turning it over to make a sandcastle. But some of these things were amazingly done, like they were art pieces, and it was just so cool. Take a look. While on that like truck moving around kind of thing, we got to go to this older lady's house, and it was kind of like in the middle of nowhere, and she had like chickens, and she made us tortilla taco things, and my sister got to like take corn and then like press it to make like the tortilla chippy things. That was kind of cool for her to be able to see how it's done. I didn't do it though because I'm really scared of birds as well, and I thought they were going to attack me because they were kind of going after her because she had the corn. At a resort, they had like these giant like chess game thing. They were like life size, like it was massive. And my sister and I, we don't know how to play chess that well. So we just kind of like took pictures with it, but it was so much fun. And it was a really cool extra little thing that a resort had. So overall, it was just a really great trip. It was nice to spend time with my mom and my sister. I hope you guys enjoyed this video a little bit. If you want more travel videos, because I do have a lot of other vacations that I can talk about, let me know down below, and I shall talk to you later. Goodbye. Bye.